And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Game 2 of our afternoon doubleheader, now turning into the evening hours. Georgia Southwestern against Lander University, the visiting Bearcats. As they complete the doubleheader pop-up. Going to stay in fair territory, the shortstop, Zach Barron, making the play for the Hurricanes.
Reed Gray.
So we're a couple plays into this one. I'll give you a quick recap of how things have went. The leadoff batter was Yeager for Lander. He singled to center field, a kind of a bloop single that dropped in shallow center field. Evan Alderman charging in, and then it was a race from to the ball and for the runner to second base. Alderman got to the ball first, threw it in, and they ended up catching Yeager as he tried to stretch his single into a double. Threw him out at second base for the first out of the inning. The next batter, after a couple of balls, single to right. That was Conaway. Conaway single to right. Next batter was the right fielder, Mason. Excuse me, that wasn't Jones. That was 21. Carson Jones. There we go. Carson Jones. Hit a ground ball to the shortstop. Barron was, I guess, a little anxious to turn the double play. Pickoff play. Got him!
For Lander in the top of the first, no runs, 2 hits. There was 1 GSW error. No runners left on base. We go to the bottom half of the first. No score.
So we'll be back in a moment to run it down for you. So we're back for the home half of the first inning. Held Lander scoreless in what seems like it's been a while. Had 7 consecutive innings where the Bearcats had scored a run, and that streak comes to an end here in the first inning of game number 2. Not until they got a couple runners aboard, but Dylan Brown, the starter, did work his way out of it. It ended the inning with a pickoff at second base. Close things out. So leadoff batter for the Hurricanes is Alex Kranick. Kranick, 3 straight balls from the starting pitcher for Lander University in Game 2, and that's going to be number 10, Sam Lynn. Lynn in his 6th start, 26 2/3 innings, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Kranick.
Now batting the center fielder, number 23, Evan Alderman.
Center fielder Evan Alderman, the second batter. Leadoff man's aboard. Alex Kranick walks. First pitch to Alderman, a strike. Okay. So Evan Alderman, first pitch was a strike to Alderman. Second pitch in the dirt allowed Kranick to move to second base. And now it's been 2 more balls to Alderman, and the count has gone to 3-1. So Kranick's aboard for the Hurricanes in the first. He is now on second as he advanced on the wild pitch. Second batter of the inning is Alderman. He's looking at a 3-1 count from Lynn. Slaps at it foul, might stay in play, but it'll be in foul territory. And it bounces into the far left field corner. Opposite field shot for the left-hander. Count goes to 3-2. So appreciate you tuned in for game number 2. We're just underway. Lander did not score in the first. They did get a couple of hits, and the inning ended with a pickoff at second base. A nice play by Dylan Brown, the Hurricanes starting pitcher in game number 2. The left-hander spun, fired, and threw it. This a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop playing behind second base as they had done earlier and gotten some outs in the first game, but this time Alderman shot up the middle, goes to the right side of the bag. And so not even the second shortstop can catch that one. Alderman with an RBI single, in the Hurricanes with an early 1-0 lead. And we'll get the live stats feed up here in just a moment as we were thawing out here a little bit in game number 2 over in the offices. First hit from Will Redding, a base hit up the middle, 1 hops to the left fielder. So Will Redding takes the first pitch.
The first baseman, number 7, Jared Jones.
Alderman goes to second, nobody out, and that'll draw a quick visit to the mound. So the Hurricanes, a walk, single, and the Hurricanes got runners in scoring position, or runner in scoring position. pass ball. Okay. So after the visit to the mound, the first pitch from Lynn goes past the catcher, pass ball, allowing the runners to move over to second and third. So Jared Jones, the batter, the Hurricanes' first baseman, comes to the plate. That pitch has to be backhanded by the catcher as well for a ball. 2-0 the count to Jared Jones, the Hurricanes' first baseman, fourth batter of the ball game for the Hurricanes. Runners are at second and third. There's nobody out. GSW already with a run across here in the first. This one's low and outside for a ball. 3-0. Following Jones will be Zach Barron, who had 3 hits in the opening game of today's doubleheader. We'll see what the Hurricanes can come up with here to jump on the Bearcats early in this one. Got to get more than 1 out of this. This one down the middle for a strike, 3-1. In fact, the live stats are up and running fine, so you can follow along now as we're all caught up there on that one. Ooh, high in his side. Has to turn the shoulder in. The right-handed batter catches him in the upper left shoulder.
Now batting the short.
And Jones on the 3-1 pitch, hit by a pitch.
Zach Barron.
So that'll bring up the Hurricanes. Shortstop, Zach Barron. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. Hurricanes already with a run across in the first inning. That pitch in there for a strike. Lights are flickering on here at Hurricane Stadium as we move into the evening hours. That one in the dirt, blocked. One hops to the catcher's chest. Good job by the catcher to knock it down in front of him. Count is 1-1. Barron staring down a 1-1 pitch from Lynn here with the bases loaded. Fastball. This is a chopper to the second baseman. He's got to wait. Now he'll turn, flicks to the shortstop. Not enough time to get the runner at first. And so Barron will get another run in.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Dakota Long.
Hurricanes out to a 2-0 lead in this one, and the catcher in game number 2, Dakota Long, steps in. Left-handed batter Dakota Long to face the right-handed pitcher Sam Lynn. I mentioned, didn't quite get through the full rundown for Lynn. First pitch fouled back. So for Lynn, this is his 6th start, 26 2/3 innings, 29 hits, 17 earned runs, 13 walks, 30 strikeouts in 26 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .282 against him. And that'll be a ground ball in the hole at short, whereas the shortstop was moving over again, covering more up the middle, and that one finds where he would normally be, and it's a base hit. And the Hurricanes get one in their favor on that shift.
Now batting the left fielder, number 20, Jonathan Martin.
And Barron will actually advance all the way to third. So Jonathan Martin steps in, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week. He's the number 7 hitter in the batting order. Hurricanes with 3 hits and 3 runs already in the first. Runners at the corners, 1 out. First pitch to Martin, call for a strike. Sam Lynn, 5.74 ERA. This one's popped up to left field. I don't know if it'll be deep enough. We'll see if they challenge the throw home. He will tag. Here comes the throw. It's going to roll one hop to the shortstop, who will, on the dirt, will turn and has no chance to get Barron. A sacrifice fly for Jonathan Martin.
Now batting.
First pitch to the designated hitter, Andy Moore, is taken outside, left-handed batter for a ball. Hurricanes with a big 4-0 lead here. The start of game number 2, that pitch called for a strike. 4 runs, 3 hits. Runner at first base is Dakota Long. So I did notice that we were able to switch out memory cards. We have enough memory on our second one to record this game as well. But that 1-1 pitch well upstairs, ball 2-1. But however it works with our camera, they're all short snippets of video, so it's 15-20 minutes at a time. So you got about a dozen videos to compile game number 1. And as far as I can see from the early download, each one of those videos is going to take a while. They're telling me it was saying about an hour for upload time. That seems a little hard to believe, but needless to say, it may take a while before you start seeing these videos from today's games pop up, and again, you may end up having to watch about 15 minutes a clip. At least you can find the inning you want and go for it. That one in the dirt, the 2-2 pitch, he swings, and they'll throw down to first and retire. Andy Moore swinging.
For GSW in the bottom of the first, 4 runs, 3 hits. There were no Lander errors, 1 runner left on base.
So Andy Moore goes down swinging, but the Hurricanes push across 4 in the first, 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, a runner left on base. We'll head to the home half of the, we head to the second inning, game 2, Reed Gray, Bailey Connell, and Chuck Lawing, the batters due up for Lander in the second. So we're back for the second inning. Reed Gray, the designated hitter, the batter. First pitch was fouled back. Next two pitches taken for balls. So 2-1 the count. That one curls in. He kind of cocked it back like he might swing, and as it curled into the right-handed batter from the lefty Dylan Brown, he lets it go by. It's a called strike 2-2. Brown rocks, kicks, throws. Fastball fouled up behind us. Dylan Brown, the Hurricanes starting pitcher here in game number 2. 6'2" senior left-handed pitcher. 2-2 pitch call for a ball, 3-2. Making his 7th appearance. 7th start of the spring, 23 2/3 innings, 28 hits, 17 earned runs, 23 walks, 23 strikeouts. Another foul ball. Count remains full at 3-2, nobody out. First batter of the inning for Lander here in the second. Got a 1-3 record, 6.46 ERA. Opponents batting .292 against Dylan Brown. That pitch, the 3-2 pitch, a little bit high, be off the plate for a ball, and he lost him.
The shortstop,
leadoff batter aboard with a walk.
Bailey Connell.
Batter up, Bailey Connell, the shortstop for Lander here in the second. Dylan Brown comes home. This one stays upstairs for a ball. 1-0 the count to Bailey Connell. That one misses outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, big cut, swing and a miss. 2-1. Over to first, runner runs back quickly. This one a line drive to center field. Alderman will move to his right, but it's going to bounce, take a couple hops in front of him for a single. The throw in well over the cutoff man, but backed up nicely by Dylan Brown, and there's oh, okay. Let's see here. Oops. That's all right. Chuck Lawing.
Now batting number 35, Chuck Lawing.
Yeah, left field. I got him. Yeah. Chuck Lawing is the batter. Lawing getting the call to play left field here in game number 2 for the Bearcats. So Lawing steps in, gets the call, dart left field in game 2 for Lander. First pitch from Dylan Brown, taken for a ball. 1-0. Runner at there's nobody out. And just we hope this doesn't run the same course it did for the Hurricanes in the home half of the first inning. Alex Kranick was another good pickoff move to second. Has to dive in, very similar to last time, and a great throw by Brown right in front of second base. Applying the tag is Redding, but the runner back safely. The Hurricanes opened the first with a walk, and it just kind of snowballed into a 4-run inning, and now in a similar fashion, Landers, leadoff batter of the second, reached via a base on balls. And Reed Gray is at second base. Bailey Connell followed with a single. And Lander has its first two runners of the inning aboard here in the second. First and second, nobody out. Chuck Lawing, the batter. And he hits a rock line drive, a scorcher right into left field, but it's right at the Hurricanes left fielder.
Baseman number 22, Mason Dodd.
And it's Martin to make the catch over in left. So one out in the inning. And Mason Dodd, the third baseman for Lander, steps in. First pitch called strike to Dodd. Dodd was 2 for 6 in the opener. 3 RBIs, 1 walk, scored twice, but struck out 4 times. He did have a home run in the ball game, and now he's looking at an 0-1 count. That pitch, a ground ball through the right side. They're going to wave the runner from third in. There won't be a play at the plate. The runner from first goes over to third, and there's runners at the corners with 1 out. An RBI single for Mason Dodd through the hole between first and second.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Ryan Troutman.
Runners on the corners, 1 out. And Ryan Troutman, the number 9 hitter in the batting order. The catcher for Lander steps in. Lander's on the board. And the Hurricanes' lead is now 4-1. Dylan Brown comes home, big swing and a miss. They'll try to get the runner out at second. They throw it down, keeping an eye.
He's out. He's got to be out.
So we'll try to describe what just happened, but nonetheless, a runner scores. So they send the runner at first looking to get in a pickle. Barron trots back towards first base, chases the runner Dodd almost all the way to the first baseman. He throws it, I think, but when Jared Jones made the catch, he instantly looked at third base. He probably could have slapped a tag on Dodd right then and there. He almost ran right into him as they ran him all the way back. And then the runner from third came home. Runner veered out of the way and ended up not being called out of the baseline as he ran away from Jones. They throw home. It gets past the catcher. And the runner's in. And the first pitch that pitch to Troutman is popped up. And it's the third baseman that makes the catch. So we'll have to work our way through that score sheet right there. Think about how that one gets scored properly. But it's 4-2. Runner on third base for Lander. First pitch swinging. This is a line drive to left center field. Moving over Martin quickly to his left, and he makes the grab on the run. Shutting down potentially an extra base hit. That ball was hit hard into the gap in left center, but a good coverage by Jonathan Martin to make the play. And it's 4-2 after 1.5 innings of play in game number 2. We'll be back in a moment. So we're back for the second inning. First pitch to the batter, Clay Patrick, the number 9 hitter in the batting order for the Hurricanes here in Game 2. First pitch taken for a strike. Lander 2 runs, 4 hits. Second pitch, a ball. 2 runs, 4 hits in the ball game. GSW 4 runs, 3 hits. And the Hurricanes have committed a pair of errors already early on. That pitch fouled back off the back net. Straight back for a strike, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch, curls it in there, about waist high, and Patrick watches it go by and called third strike.
Third baseman number 22, Alex Kranick.
One down for the top of the order now, and third baseman Alex Kranick. Top of the order again. We're to the third baseman for the Hurricanes, Alex Kranick, who has seen nothing but balls in his bat, now his second at-bat of the game. 6 straight. That's one a little bit high, 2-0. It was a 4-pitch walk to open the ball game, and now he's down, got a 2-0 count. And that's all fine and good, but Kranick's trying to extend his hitting streak. There's a strike. Fastball inside at the knees. Kranick has hit safely in 14 straight games, so he's been a red-hot bat. This off the plate for a ball, away from the right-handed batter, and Kranick's looking at a 3-1 count. See if they'll give him something to hit here. The 3-1 pitch, fastball way upstairs, a ball.
Now batting the center fielder number 23, Evan Alderman.
And the good news is we're only in the second inning. The bad news, well, and the good news is Kranick's been on base twice here only in the second inning, but via a pair of walks. So Kranick is aboard, 1 out. Evan Alderman, the batter, he singled his last time up. That pitch a strike. Alderman looking to bunt, perhaps. Throw over to first. Stepping back on the bag is Kranick. Alderman was 3 for 6 in the opener. Scored a run. And this another single through the right side. Diving to his left is the second baseman, but he can't get a glove on it. And it's a 2-for-2 start for Evan Alderman, and the Hurricanes have a runner on first and second now. Will Redding, the batter. Redding singled in his first trip to the plate. Hurricanes with 1 out. Runners on first and second now. Kranick at second, Alderman at first. Sam Lynn, the batter, or pitcher for Lander. There we go. First pitch to Redding is off the plate away from the right-hander. Ball 1. Both teams now with 4 hits in the game. We're only in the second inning. Chopper pull foul behind the third base coach, head coach Brian McLean over there directing the show. Foul ball. And the count is at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. That bounces into home plate off the chest protector of the catcher and out in front of the plate. Good work to keep it out in front, 2-1. These two teams wrap up their series, which has been an exciting one so far. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, there will not be an audio broadcast for that game, as our audio stream will move over to the softball complex for their Peach Belt Conference doubleheader. 2-1 pitch, so just so you know. There will be live stats, however. 2-1, fly ball to right field. Under it, camping out and making the play
Now batting
is Jones
first
for
baseman,
Lander.
Number 7, Jared Jones.
Sam Lynn, 6'9", redshirt sophomore from Fletcher, North Carolina, a transfer from College of Charleston. So again, a live stats feed, off-speed chop foul, third base side, out of play. Jared Jones, the batter. Live stats will be available, the link on our website for tomorrow's broadcast, but we will, if it's up there now, we'll have to take it down. The audio stream will not be at baseball, it'll be at the softball complex. But again, live stats still here for tomorrow. The link will be active and on our website. The 0-1 pitch misses off the plate to the right-hander. Outside, ball 1. 1-1. This big swing and a miss, or foul tip, back to the catcher. Count goes to 1-2. So the Hurricanes with a runner in scoring position is Kranick at second. But now there are 2 outs, and Jones is staring at a 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch bounces into home, and this one will get back past the catcher. A wild pitch by Lynn allows the runners to advance. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third now for the Hurricanes. So let's see if Jones can bring home a pair here with a shot into the outfield. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastballs, nope, swing and a miss. Lynn leaves them on the bases for the Hurricanes here in the second.
There were no runs, 1 hit, no Lander errors, 2 runners left on base. Your score
GSW in the second, no runs, a hit. There were no errors. They left a pair on base. Conaway, Jones, and Schreckengust are the batters coming to the plate for Lander in the third. So we head to the third inning. Dylan Brown on to continue for the Hurricanes. Been pitching well so far. First batter he'll face is the center fielder, Alex Conaway. Conaway in the opening game went 2 for 5 for Lander. And the count goes to 0-2 as Conaway swings at the 0-1 pitch and foul tips it down. 0-2 off speed, looping curveball. Watch it land. Strikeout for Dylan Brown.
Now batting the right fielder, number 21.
Conway can only watch it fall into the zone, and there's one out for the right fielder, Carson Jones. He reached on an error by the shortstop, Zach Barron, in the first. So Carson Jones comes out with one down. First pitch, a fastball, taken for a strike. Carson Jones, 1 for 5, an RBI, a couple of walks in the opening game. That pitch called a ball. That's fine, that's fine. No, that's okay. This one popped up in the infield. Moving in, who will call everybody off? It's going to be the second baseman, Will Redding, who comes in at the last minute, and everybody kind of parts, the C parts, right behind the pitcher's mound. And it'll be a pop out to the second baseman for Jones. And now Schreckengast comes in. But again, it looked like, at first it looked like the way he was charging at it, again, the pop-up behind the pitcher's mound, it looked like Barron was going to come in from short. He charged in on the ball. Then all of a sudden he puts the brakes on. Over comes Kranick from third base. He's charging in and is still up in the air. And then at the last minute, they both split ways, and out of nowhere comes Will Redding to make the catch. So there you go. 2 outs. First pitch to Schreckengast is a ball low. .20 pitch to Schreckengast was hit by a pitch.
It's like a square. It's not real heavily populated.
Yeah. First pitch to Gray is a foul. Second pitch, chopped foul towards the GSW dugout on the third base side. Runner at first, Schreckengast. 2 away, 1-1 pitch, curls down and almost into the dirt, but not quite. It is low for a ball, 2-1. Collapsing on it is Dakota Long, just to prevent any thought. He actually had to kind of come up and get it too a little bit before it got to be trouble. 2-1 pitch from the left-hander, Dylan Brown. This time he's going to go over to first before bringing it home. Runner steps back on the bag. And we'll try it again. 2-1 pitch. This one a hard hit ball to left field. Moving back is Martin. He's going to run out of real estate. And that ball is gone. Home run for Reed Gray, the designated hitter, just to the left of the Evan Bozoff retired jersey banner in left field. So a home run, another two-run shot. They had a pair of two-run shots in the first game.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Bailey Connell.
So this game is tied at 4, kind of similar to the last game. Hurricanes with a 4-run lead. First pitch swinging, ground ball to the second baseman, Redding. He picks it up and throws on to first to get Connell to end the inning.
At the top of the second, 2 runs, 1 hit. There were no GSW.
But not until Lander evens this game up. Couple of runs, the 2-run home run from Reed Gray.
GSW.
We're all tied up at 4. We head to the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Barron, Long, and Martin, 5, 6, and 7 in the GSW batting order. We'll be back in a moment for the bottom of the third. Leadoff batter for the Hurricanes in the third inning will be the shortstop, Zach Barron. Barron reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Barron was 3 for 4.
Yes, sir.
Now batting the catcher, number 6, Dakota Long.
So Barron gets aboard with a single, a bouncing ball that went over the third baseman's glove as he had to move to his left. Didn't have to move far. It was hit hard enough that got up there. First pitch from Dakota Long, a line drive into right field. They'll get the throw in quickly, but not in time to get Barron, who moves all the way over to third base. And with nobody out, there's runners at the corners for the Hurricanes in the third. First pitch swinging, Dakota Long.
Fielder number 20, Jonathan Martin.
Jonathan Martin, the batter. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the Hurricanes here in the third. This game all tied up at 4. First pitch, huge cut, swing and a miss. Runners on the corners. Hurricanes looking to build up their lead again. They had a 4-run advantage early on, and that has disappeared. And it's their turn now. A hard hit ball to the second baseman. He dives to his right, gets a glove on it, but it bounces into shallow left field. Or excuse me, shallow center field rather. Good effort by the second baseman on a diving attempt, but a base hit nonetheless for Jonathan Martin. And an RBI.
14, Andy Moore.